So, Nate, I may or may not have left this game running for several hours to increase the amount of money that we have.
Very epic.
Because...
Do you get some, like, insider trading to get that much money?
I did, actually, yes. And I also upgraded this a couple of times.
Without me? Wow.
Without you, yeah. It actually made it more fun without you.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
I was very excited to cut you out of the experience.
Wow, we're like almost done, actually.
Yeah, so we just need...
Let's get the doctor. We might as well.
I mean, I need a doctor.
I know. To bring me back to life.
And
we
then
need out a tailor.
Tailor, because I need a tailor.
Because I ripped my pants. Sorry, I had to say it.
So stupid. I think
so everything's done then.
Yeah, we just did all of it.
Can we buy a second church?
No.
I want to have like 12 churches.
I don't. I want to have 12 of those brothels. But check this out. We just got... Wait. I thought there was a trophy for upgrading everything.
I thought there was too. Huh. But that person wants to be your friend.
I don't want to be theirs.
Wow.
But I do want to actually clear out the a little bit of the stock here before we leave. Woo!
Were you cosplaying DJ Woo Kid there?
Yeah, I was. Sorry about that.
What do you mean, like buy stuff?
Yes. Also, by the way, there was literally one treasure chest left here, and I got it.
Nice.
Just to save us some time on our speed run.
I'm glad that you did that.
Yeah. I was trying to get our speed run going here.
I know all the fans will be very angry that you cut them out, but, you know, whatever.
I did it on purpose because I don't like having them involved.
That makes sense.
Ooh. So I wanted to get this because I just kind of want to increase our property value.
Okay. We'll buy the Scimitar.
Well.
Darth Maul.
Do we want to just buy these?
Yeah, let's just buy Darth Maul. And then we'll buy that Warhammer. Like the game, Warhammer.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, now we just own them.
One man's coin is as good as another.
Cool.
Well, one man's coin is as good as another's noodle. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you want my noodle? Hey, switch out your weapons so you're not having that dumb hammer.
How do I do that?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what sucks?
I think you have to go back to the mansion and then switch it out. I don't know why it just auto-equips that hammer.
Yeah, I know. It auto-equips things even if they're not as good as what you already have.
I know.
All right, so if we head into the weapon room, actually, because I was looking around here.
Okay.
You can...
the weapon room's down.
Okay, well, I'm trying.
I understand you are obsessed with parkour.
Going too fast here. So yeah, we can actually just pick something.
What's the bone dagger? That's kind of dumb. The twins raper.
I like that.
Bocart's blade.
That's cool.
Is that what we were using before?
I don't know.
Oh.
But
oh, that's awesome, actually.
Yeah, we now have that. Is there anything else we need to? No. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, we're good. I said we're good.
Are we good?
I said we're good.
Okay.
So we are.
So are we gonna go to the tailor?
No, because I already got... I mean, we've used pretty much all of the colors, I think, there that I looked at. So I think that what we're going to do is just progress the game and get to a point where we can get a new color. I thought we'd just play with the white one for now.
That's pretty progressive of you, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
When whites are the minority, people will look back at this Let's Play as very ahead of its time. They may also look at Birth of a Nation the same way, though. So, like, maybe we shouldn't actually take their opinion worth anything. Actually, okay. So I do
think
need
there's
to go
a Birth of a Nation steelbook, like a limited edition, like steelbook.
I don't know. Did you see they made that movie again? They made a new one.
I did.
Yeah. I was very disappointed it wasn't Birth of a Nation 2.
I was too. I wanted a sequel. My favorite movie of all time.
They also made some movie called, I think, Death of a Nation, and it's like this ultra liberal movie about like how I think Donald Trump caused nationalism and destroyed America, even though America's like still here, and he lost the presidency and Biden won. So even wait. First off, look at how bad this looks. Like they just sewed these two buildings together. Do you see this?
I do, yeah.
I don't think they expected people to look that closely because they expected people to have friends, but here we are. No, but like. It's funny to me. I'm not going to get political here. I'm just making a point that's funny. So, everyone says that Biden won the presidency legitimately, right? I mean, like that's like the thing that By the way, it's against the YouTube terms of service to say that there was voter fraud. Do you know that? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But anyway, so everyone says that he won legitimately. So if he won legitimately, then Donald Trump must not have done that much damage and ruined America because, like, Donald Trump just lost.
Right.
Like, Biden won and beat him fair and square.
Right.
Meaning that Trump didn't actually cause a bunch of nationalism and divide the country, because if he did, Biden wouldn't have been able to win.
Right.
Like, are you following my reasoning here?
I am following your reasoning. Also, I wanted to point out, I find it funny that people have such a negative opinion, or at least they try to make a negative opinion of nationalism, as if it's like such a crime to be proud of the country that you live in.
I'm not doing good here, by the way.
I think that's like kind of funny how everyone's like, wow, he caused a bunch of nationalism. It's like, oh no, people liking the country they live in. How dare we?
Yeah, the only problem with nationalism is when it's run like a cult.
Right.
Like it's like America can do no wrong or
if
something.
it like goes too far, like with the, certain individual in World War II.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was a lot of nationalism.
But like there's nothing wrong with just loving your country and having a lot of patriotism and pride in where you live. Like there's nothing wrong with that at all.
There is like a weird push to dislike the country we live in, though.
Yeah.
I've never actually understood it because like you can't have it both ways. Like if you want to be in a position where you can improve the system, right? You have to at least like the country in order to then
Whoa. Wait, we found a glitch.
Oh no.
We're inside of a building. Wait a minute.
Oh no, I can't get out. I can't get out.
Oh no. Oh, whoa. Maybe you can climb up that? Okay. Well, to all the Ubisoft people that are watching this Let's Play, because I know they are, they can see this glitch and release a patch to fix it.
I don't think I can get out.
Well, can you climb up farther?
No, it like stops me because it thinks that...
It stops you right here? You can't climb up that window?
No.
Can you jump from the window to the wall?
No, I can't go anywhere.
Huh, can you go to that one on your right?
No.
So you came in from behind you. Can you go out the same way?
There's nothing to climb.
Oh no.
Okay.
I think we have to restart.
I'm doing this so that it doesn't like save.
Oh, okay.
Because like if it auto saved or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What if our profile was just stuck in that building?
Oh my gosh, we'd be done. Like that'd be the end of the Let's Play.
Really, you'd quit?
What do you want me to do? Replay the whole fucking game?
Yeah. Don't you want to?
I don't know if I would want to.
You don't want to replay through it all? We're like 5 hours into it.
They'd get 5 hours of a Let's Play then.
Can you imagine that Let's Play, like, we end because we ran into a glitch and it ruined our profile, so we're just like, yeah, we're done?
Well, but think about it. I don't know about you, but I don't personally have the time to go back through 15 hours?
What's wrong with that? What's the problem here?
If I'm stuck, we're going to have a problem. Seekers.
Jeez.
Please, dear God.
Oh,
Thank
man.
God. Thank God. Okay.
Okay, we're good. Don't go by that building anymore.
I don't know where it is. I just wanted to get this codex page because I see
it's
it.
by that building.
Okay, we're gonna go on the ground. we're gonna take the ground path.
Okay.
Were we talking about what?
We were talking about how Donald Trump was the greatest president of all time.
Excuse me, he caused nationalism.
Greatest leader to ever exist in all of human history.
Well, anyway, what I was gonna say real quick was that my issue with my thing though is that I think a lot of people say they want to fix the system, but they mean something else. They mean that they want to replace the system. You know what I mean?
With something that benefits themselves.
With something that, yes, benefits themselves.
Yeah.
And what they don't understand about that is that, I guess what I'm trying to get at here is that people will use the narrative that they liked the system, like, oh, like, blah, 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 we need to change it. But really what they mean is we need to replace it. And nationalism involves liking the system to begin with. You know what I mean? and
Right.
then changing it after if it needs to be, I guess, reworked.
Right.
So I think that that's kind of the problem, though, is a lot of these people who are against nationalism are the same people who just want to replace the system, not fix it. But they don't really want you to know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and also the other thing is if they got in a system that they wanted, whatever that is, they would just be nationalists for the system that they want.
Right.
Like they would like that system, so therefore they would have a lot of pride with it and stuff like that. So it's like, well, so you like nationalism. You just don't like nationalism for the system that you claim to not like.
Correct.
So it's not that you hate nationalism, it's just
You don't like this system.
right, you don't like people liking something that you don't like. Which is the problem. And that's the issue, like with oh nice, you got a
Yeah, I knew I had to do that, but I didn't remember if it was an assassination or an air assassination.
also that's the building on your right. The glitched one right there.
Such energy
So-
you have.
But yeah, that's the problem. Like, if you look throughout history, I mean, the most common example is of, I'm going to get into, like, socialism. The most common example is in Russia, you know, in 1917. Well, I guess it was 1918, maybe, when the Russian Revolution started. One of the selling points from Lenin and Trotsky was getting the common folk riled up, right, against like the monarchy in Russia, and they wanted communism and socialism there, and they always push like the common folk, like, yeah, you don't want those rich people ruling over you at all. We need a new system, and they, you know, all this stuff, and all the common folk were like, yeah, we do. But what they didn't realize was Lenin and Trotsky's system was not something like, it wasn't a better replacement. You know, like they just riled everyone up to make them think like they wanted this new great system where everyone's equal and all, and they said the right things. But the problem is Lenin and Trotsky were not like anything perfect, or you know what I mean?
Right.
They just wanted something where they were in charge.
Right.
Which is the problem, and that's my issue with like the whole socialist movement in America is people say the right things, like they'll go on and on about like, oh well, we need to hashtag eat the rich, or you know, boo nationalism, or you know, like they'll go on about boo capitalism and like all this stuff. And at the end of the day, it's like you say all these things, you know, one of their main thing is racism, like, well, we need to get rid of the white supremacists and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's a fine idea, but at
Well,
the end,
actual supremacists, yeah, I don't
Well,
think
yeah.
anyone likes.
Right.
No one likes real supremacists, but
Well,
the problem is
exactly.
that bar constantly moves to someone I don't like.
well, yeah, and the thing is, the system that they want to bring in is not like a system where everyone is equal. It's a system where white people are no longer the majority, or the oppressors, as they would call them. They're now the ones they're now the ones being oppressed, and that's not a good replacement. That's just you being in charge.
Well, right, they're both
And-
dickish.
Right? It's like,
I should actually grab this real quick before we leave. Sorry.
yeah, and that's my problem. It happens over and over. It's happened every time a communist regime or a socialist regime has taken over a country. Is, you know, like they've always praised all this stuff of like, now we'll finally be equal. Now we'll have and it's like, no, it never turns out that way.
They just create a new majority.
Right.
Then that majority is in charge, you know?
Right.
And I will say, to be honest, I think even most white people would say, like, hey, I don't really need to be in charge. You know what I mean? Like, I think...
Well, yeah,
I think the current system wants to actually equalize the best it can and is working towards it. I mean,
Right.
here's the thing. People who say it's not, right? Okay, why'd we eliminate slavery? Like, I'm just being dead honest. Because
Right.
guess what? We'd have... This is going to sound really awful, but if you think about it, for white people would have had a lot less problems in this country if they hadn't gotten rid of slavery.
Right.
The Civil War wouldn't have been fought. Lots of people wouldn't have died. People fought their brothers and their cousins in the Civil War and murdered them.
Yeah.
People would have had easier labor because they would have just put it all off on the African American community. Literally all of it. You think like factory work right now? You think that like the white people doing it would be doing it if slavery existed?
No.
Because guess what? Property would be doing it.
Right.
Because they saw those people as property and they didn't have to pay them.
Right.
So guess who would be in all of those factories? Not white people. Guess who would be doing every dangerous job other than like cop and military? Not white people.
Right.
And they'd even rope like black people into doing military work. They would just send them out to be cannon fodder.
Yep.
That's what they used to do. Even the South did that in the Civil War. They got black people to fight for them because they had to, and then they were slaughtered for no reason.
Yeah, they would send them out first.
And that's what I'm saying is like, if you really think, like, truly, if you really think that the system is that bad and the supremacy movement is rampant, like I'm talking like in charge rampant, like people act like, and actually as oppressive as people say it is, there would have been no reason to eliminate slavery. There would have been no reason to take that advantage away. There would be no reason to do things like equal pay. There would be no reason to have the pride parade and allow it to exist, because like the supremacy movement would just literally slaughter them.
Yep.
Because, oh nice.
Jeez.
Because like back in the day, that's what they did. It's like, oh, you're gay? You're dead.
Right.
Like that doesn't, I'm not saying that doesn't happen anymore, because it actually does, but it's so rare compared to before is what I'm saying. And like, you know, the feminist movement being allowed to exist. If men were as big of oppressors as they are supposed to be, that wouldn't have been allowed to exist. We wouldn't have had the elimination of slavery, the feminist movement,
Even the civil rights.
the civil rights movement, the push for people of any ethnicity and background of racial diversity other than white to have any position of power. We would not have had a black president. I'm sorry, we just wouldn't have. He would have been murdered.
Right.
Like if, think about this. Think about a black person running for president during MLK. He would have been murdered.
Yep.
Actually.
Yeah, like
But
just straight up.
Guess why he wasn't? Because we're not in that time period anymore. You know, like I know this is going to rub some people the wrong way and come off as bad, but I'm just saying, like, things are getting better.
Right.
There's a reason the world isn't as awful with these things. Now, does it have a ways to go? Yeah, absolutely. There should be, I know you could never eliminate this, but there should not be a single racial supremacist on any side in America. It just should not be an ideology that exists, because people should be better than that. And that goes for everyone. That goes for the people who are like white supremacists, and that goes for the people who are like my melanin people, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like technically we're superior because of our melanin, those people too. There should be no supremacist in the entire country. I'm not saying kill them. I'm just saying that ideology shouldn't exist, because we should be better than that. I'm trying to counter. Okay, this guy's just not going to attack now? Ooh, okay, whatever. Like, I'm getting tired of that.
Oh, nice. Now you stole his weapon.
I did.
But yeah, I agree with that. It's a stupid concept. I mean, if you really think about it. Jeez. Oh, man. That was like kind of brutal.
I know.
Yeah, if you really think about it, it's like, at the end of the day, we're really thinking we're better because of a skin color.
Yeah, whether it's white people or anyone else, it is very stupid.
Like, it's just like...
It's a pigment.
A skin color, like, okay.
It's a literal mutation in like evolution or whatever of like where people adapted to where they were living over years.
Yep.
That's all it is. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like taking, this is a very crude analogy, but it's like taking two crayons out of the box and trying to argue one is objectively better than the other one. They're both crayons.
Right.
I know that they paint a different color or whatever. They're both crayons. They serve the same purpose. They have the same value. Now, human beings are much more complex than that, but it's the same general idea of like, you know,
Right.
it doesn't make any sense to...
Yeah, both human beings, your skin color is just, like you said, based on where you were born, where you grew up, or at least where your ancestors were. And that's it.
Right. By the way, I don't mean to be like the most easily distracted person of all time. It's just this guy was right here.
No, that makes sense.
So I did... What is he doing?
He's trying to run away from... No, he just... No,
Yeah, goodbye. I never...
Get that chest, because I know you're going to.
Okay. I never just tackle those guys. I'm actually like...
Well, you're like the samurai.
Yeah.
It's like you do one tiny little thing, you're done. Your life's over.
Yeah, I'm defending society. The fabric
Exactly.
of society.
You're like starved and your son needs food, so you steal an apple, you're done.
The world had to be fixed. Me when I killed that one thief who took 500 florins from probably a rich guy.
Yeah, he's like trying to be a Robin Hood. You're like,
The world
we
had
need to get rid of you.
Or saved. Is it fixed or saved?
It's fixed.
Okay, good.
There's no other way. The world had to be fixed.
Are you gonna watch that ever? It's on Netflix. It's not that long. I hear it's really good. I've only seen a little bit of it.
What is it from?
Death Note.
At some point. I have a cousin who likes anime.
Weird one or good one? The one that I know?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
But yeah, no. My cousin likes anime, and same with my brother. And for like years, they've been trying to get me to watch different anime like Death Note and Full Metal. I know you've gotten on the Full Metal bandwagon on me too. But...
No, I love it. I mean, I just think that Full Metal is one of those shows that's good outside of the medium. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people push anime as like a medium, which I think is misguided because all it is animation. It's like pushing TV as a medium.
Right.
Like, they're all different. And that's one of those shows that I recommend even to people who don't like general anime. Oh.
By the way, this mission sucks.
Look,
Why are you handing it to me?
to a bit of trouble. Let me see if I can help. I know how to fix it, but lack the means to do so. If you could just lift the wagon.
What is this thing?
Eh?
It looks like a giant bat.
Oh, nothing. Just an idea I've been working on. I could not leave it behind.
What is it for?
Well, I shouldn't really talk about it. Al diavolo. I can't hold it in anymore. Ezio, I think I figured out how to make a man fly.
Come on, I'll drive.
But I haven't even told you where I'm going.